Hey guys, welcome to Zawski TV Recaps channel. Today I'm going to recap a 2022 animated film called Turning Red. There are heavy spoilers ahead, so watch out and take care. In April 2002, Mi Lee is an overachiever who had just recently turned 13 and considered herself perfect, having mastered her classes as an A+ student, a close group of like-minded friends which consist of cool-headed Miriam, deadpan Priya, and intense Abby, and is devoted to her family temple which honors her ancestor Sun Yi, a lover of animals. Mi and her friends are obsessed with the latest boy band 4Town, who are coming to Toronto May 18, according to Abby. While returning home from school, the girls pass by a convenience store and spy on the 17-year-old clerk, Devon. While Mi's friends find him attractive, Mi herself downplays it and passes an opportunity to go out to karaoke with her friends. Mi arrives at the temple where she converses with the locals and meets with Ming and her more laid-back father, Jin. Ming expects a lot out of Mi and puts a lot of pressure on her. They open the temple to tourists and afterwards, Mi returns to her studies. While doing her homework, Mi begins to daydream and draw pictures of Devon and finds herself romantically obsessed with him. She tries to hide her journal when Ming comes in to check on her, but upon finding the journal, overacts and assumes that Devon was trying to attract her. She forcibly drives her to the convenience store to confront Devon and tells her to stay away from him. Later that night, Mi has a nightmare involving red pandas and in the morning wakes up to discover that she has turned into a giant one. She hides in the bathroom from her parents, demanding that they not come in. However, Ming, who confuses her exclamations as being the result of menstruation, offers her tags. Ming gets distracted long enough for Mi to return to her room, where she learns that when she gets calm, she reverts to normal, though her once raven black hair has now turned a bright orange red. Forcing her to wear a red beanie, Mi keeps an enduring face when Ming drops her off at school and reunites with her friends, who inform her that Tyler has spread the incident at the convenience store all over the school. In math class, Miriam grows concerned for Mi and points out that her mother is outside spying on them. Ming gets into a fight with the school's security guard. When Ming reveals that she came to drop off some pads, Mi finally explodes into a red panda. Ming sees what has happened to her daughter and Mi flees before anyone else can see her. Mi runs through the streets, causing distraction, but also discovers that her reflexes are somewhat heightened. Upon returning to her room in tears, Ming attempts to comfort her, only for Jin to come in and accidentally blurt out, "It's happened already," forcing Ming and Jin to reveal their family history. When Sun Yi's husband went to fight in a war, she asked the gods to give her power to protect her daughters. On the red moon, she was granted the ability to transform into a giant red panda and managed to protect her home. Since then, she has passed this ability down to her daughters, where it has been part of their history ever since. Mi is upset, but Ming reveals that there is a cure. Under the next red moon, which will be May 25, they will perform a ritual to encase the power of the panda, which for Ming is a pendant she wears around her neck. She warns her, however, that the more she transforms, the harder it will be to encase the power and tells her not to transform. The next day, Mi hides in her room, attempting to control her powers when she hears her friends outside her window. She accidentally reveals herself to them and pulls them into her room while trying to keep them quiet. Her friends, while shocked, are amused by her new appearance. Upset that 4Town is coming before the ceremony, Mi loses all hope. Mi returns to normal and discovers that she is capable of controlling her transformation regardless of her emotional state. She thanks them and has her parents challenge her to test her emotions. Ming and Jin are impressed, but when Mi asks to go to see 4Town in concert, they, or rather only Ming, say no. After Mi leaves dejected, Ming gets a call from her mother, who saw Mi's rampage on the news and has decided to come over to check on her, much to her worry. At school, during dodgeball practice, all four girls revealed that they were unable to convince their parents to get them tickets, as they are expensive. When Taylor begins to mock Mee after they notice that Ming is spying on them, Mee angrily uses her panda powers to toss the ball so hard that it breaks a window. Mee's friends take her to the bathroom, where she laments the fact that her mother is always pushing her to be perfect little Mee and that she wants to break free. A girl named Stacy, along with her friends, enter the bathroom and catch Mee in her red panda form. Having previously seen her, Stacy instead in love with her adorable appearance. The girls then get the idea to use Mee's red panda form to make money off of their classmates and thus get the funds necessary to get tickets. While making more merchandise of the Red Panda, Taylor privately approaches Mee and offers to pay her $200 for her to show up at his birthday party, the exact amount needed for all four girls to get into the concert, and reluctantly agree. Just before Mee is about to leave for Taylor's house, her grandma Wu and aunties arrive, detaining her from the party. Afterwards, Mee tries to leave through the window but is stopped by Grandma Wu, who tells her how dangerous the Red Panda is and implying that the scar over her eye came from Ming when she transformed. Mee finally manages to escape but knocked down a photo of herself and her mother. Mee finally arrives at the party in a cheap Red Panda suit and admits to her friends that she is scared of transforming again after what she has just learned. Upon realizing that she would be disappointing her friends, Mee finally gives in and transforms, making Tyler's party a success. Back at home, Ming enters Mee's bedroom and sees the knockdown photo and discovers the Red Panda merchandise and her escape. While relaxing with her friends, the girls hear over the radio that Fort Town is coming to Toronto on May 25, the same day as the Red Moon. It turns out that Abby misread the schedule and that they would be in Toronto on May 18. The news upsets Mee and she transforms. When Taylor angrily demands her to calm down and give the other kids rides, Mee attacks him just as Ming arrives to witness it. All the kids are sent home as Taylor's parents called Mee for attacking their son. Ming accuses Mee's friends of influencing her, but when they try to explain themselves, Mee is too scared to defend them. She returns to her room, sad and rejected. While cleaning out the basement, Jen comes across a camcorder that Mee was using to film videos with her friends while using her panda transformation. He approaches her and tells her that he witnessed Ming transforms only once when she got into an argument with her mother. On May 25, Miriam, Preya and Abby head to the concert by themselves, while Mee stays at home with her family to perform the ritual with their neighbor, who apparently was a shaman on the side. The women chant as Mee's soul heads to a spiritual realm where she encounters Sun Yi, who holds a mirror that she must enter to remove the power. However, while going through it, she begins to recall on how much being a red panda has changed her life and rejects getting cured. The ritual fails and Mee happily bounces away to the concert in her red panda form. Ming, angered that her daughter would do this, and begins to transform into a red panda. Mee arrives at the concert and reunites with her friends who are still upset with her. However, Mee notices that Miriam kept an eye on her digital pet and they make up. Taylor arrives, revealing himself to be a fan of Fort Town, and the girls impress him into their friend circle and leave him impressed. Fort Town comes out, being everything the friends wanted them to be, but the concert is suddenly interrupted by Ming in her panda form, who has grown to kaiju size, demanding to know where Mee is. Everyone flees the concert as Ming grabs Mee and punishes her for disobeying her and being rebellious. Mee admits that she likes who she is and reveals that her friends were never at fault for her decisions, angering her further. During the fight, however, Mee accidentally knocks Ming out. Mee's family and Mr. Zhao arrive to complete the ritual before the Red Moon is gone and remove their pendants to transform into red pandas and chant while helping Mee bring her mother into the ritual circle. Mee's friends get Fort Town to perform to empower Mee, and the ritual as a bright light envelops them. Mee finds herself in the spirit realm again and finds a teenage Ming who is sad and scared over harming her mother. Mi tells her that everything will be okay, as despite how scary it is, things will get better. Ming reverts to adult form as she makes up with Wu and the aunties as all the women enter Sun Yi's mirror to remove their transformation powers. Mi informs Ming that she will not remove her powers as she has impressed herself for who she truly is. Despite Ming's concern, she is still confident enough to know what Mi is doing. Following the destruction of the Sky Dome, things have gotten better for Mi as she now has a better grasp of her abilities and balances her temple duties with her social life. More people are visiting the temple to see Mi in her Red Panda transformation, with the merchandise proceeds going to rebuild the Sky Dome. While Ming is still concerned for her daughter, she respects her more as she goes to be with her friends. With this, the movie ends. Hope you enjoyed the recap. See you soon with the recap of a new movie. Till then, stay happy and chill out.